Good morning, students. So, in the last class, we have discussed about the process of oogenesis, where we have studied about the development of primary follicle into secondary follicle, and the Graafian follicle, and it will release the ovum. That all things we have studied in the last class. Okay. So today we'll be studying the important cycle of reproductive cycle in females, that is known as menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle. Okay. Generally, in primates generally this menstrual cycle means menstrual cycle means it is a reproductive cycle. Got it? So this reproductive cycle in primates is known as menstrual cycle. Okay. And this menstrual cycle or the reproductive cycle also takes place in cattle. So those are in the cattle it is called as estrous cycle. Got it? In the cattle such as the cows and all those animals, in those also reproductive cycle takes place. That cycle is called as estrous cycle. But in primates, especially monkey, apes, and human beings, it is called as menstrual cycle. Okay. So let us write some points about this menstrual cycle. Okay. The reproductive cycle. The reproductive cycle in primates. Primates means the apes, monkeys, and human beings. Okay, in these animals, the reproductive cycle is known as menstrual cycle. Is called as menstrual cycle. Okay. So in cattle it is called as estrous cycle. So in cattle we will try to while comparing menstrual cycle with the estrous cycle, that time we will try to understand what is the estrous cycle. Okay. Now we will only restrict ourselves to menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle. So generally the menstrual cycle, the duration of menstrual cycle is around 28 to 29 days. Okay, so generally it is a menstrual cycle from one menstrual cycle to other cycle, the duration. Okay, the gap between these successive menstrual cycle is around 28 to 29 days. It may vary. Okay, in different female it may vary. In some female it may take place, the menstrual cycle take place in 25 days, 26 days, or up to 29 days. The duration is 25 to 29 days, but generally it will be around 28 to 29 days. Okay, but in different females it may vary. Okay, it's not exactly that on the 28th day or the 29th day only the cycle has to complete. It's not like that. It may vary in different kinds of females. Okay, based on their health status and their different criteria are there. On that basis it varies. Okay, so the menstrual cycle is a cycle of events. The definition is the cycle of events which take place from one menstrual cycle to the next cycle. Okay, the gap between two menstrual cycles is around 28 to 29 days. Okay, so generally the definition is the cycle of events starting from the cycle of events which take place from one menstrual cycle to the next cycle is known as menstrual cycle. Okay, so generally the menstrual cycle starts when the female they attain the stage of puberty. Means when they become sexually mature, at that point first event at the first point, at the age of puberty, the first menstrual cycle takes place. Okay, so puberty at the, or I will write, the first menstrual cycle takes place at the puberty. Okay, the first menstrual cycle takes place at the puberty, and it is known as menarche. It is puberty, and it is known as menarche. Okay. For example, puberty. Now here the puberty. ಅಂದ್ರೆ when female become sexually mature ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay. ಈ puberty female candidates ಅಥವಾ girls ಯಾವಾಗ puberty ಬಂದಾಗ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is because of the first menstrual cycle, when through the vagina the menstrual flow which is released outside. Okay, so ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಗೆ menarche ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುಯಲ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅವರು ಪ್ಯೂಬರ್ಟಿ ಫಿಮೇಲ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಸೆಕ್ಷುಯಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಚೂರ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುಯಲ್ ಸೈಕಲ್. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಏಜ್ ನಾವು ಪ್ಯೂಬರ್ಟಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಪ್ಯೂಬರ್ಟಿ ಬಂದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುಯಲ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುಯಲ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ at the puberty in female, and it is known as, the first cycle is known as menarche. Got it? The first cycle is known as menarche. Generally there are different kinds of phases. The different phases are there in the reproductive cycle. Okay, those stages we will try to analyze one by one. Okay, the menarche ಒಳಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಜನರಲಿ ದ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಮಿಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಜನರಲಿ ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುಯಲ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ 28 ಡೇಸ್ ಅಥವಾ 28 or 29 ಡೇಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. 28 ಡೇಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುಯಲ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ 28 ಹಾಫ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ 14th ಡೇಗೆ ovum release ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ovum will be released. Okay, ovum will be released. Okay, generally ಈ ovulation ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. the oogenesis we have studied about the ovulation. Okay, that ovulation or the release of ovum from the ovary takes place at the 14th day, exactly 14th day. It may vary, as I said. So generally 28 day cycle ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ exactly middle 14th day ovum will be released from the ovary. Okay, that is ovulation period. So 14th day ovulation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so ಇದು ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನೆನಪಿರಲಿ. So now we will try to understand what are the different phases of the menstrual cycle. We have a diagram where in the textbook we have a diagram is given. Okay, where the development of primary follicle into secondary follicle and tertiary follicle and finally it will be formed as a Graafian follicle. Okay, those developmental stages na ನಾವು ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಕಲಿತೀವಿ ಈ menstrual cycle ಒಳಗೆ. Got it? So where I will try to draw the diagram, or I will try to draw the diagram. To that I can explain in a better manner. Okay, so give me a second so that I will draw the diagrams. Okay. Now I have drawn the diagram of this menstrual cycle showing different phases. Okay, I will try to explain the different phases of menstrual cycle. See, the menstrual cycle starts with the menses. Here will it will start with the menses. Okay, menstrual flow. Menses means menstrual flow. Okay, the menstrual cycle, the first few days, that is first 1 to 5th day, up to 5th, 3 to 5 days duration, the first phase of the menstrual cycle will be there. That cycle is known as menstrual phase. Okay, menstrual phase, and the menstrual phase is recognized by the flow of menses. Okay, so menstrual flow करके हम, okay, which is generally menses means the flow or liquid containing the wall of your tissues related to uterine wall, uterine wall or endometrium of the endometrium and blood vessels. Okay, what happens? Generally, ಯಾವಾಗ ಒಂದು cycle menstrual cycle ಯಾವಾಗ start ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ one menstrual cycle starts from the menses of one menstrual cycle to the between the another menstrual cycle. So menses generally the liquid or the liquid portion which is composed of generally the uterine endometrium wall, the uterine endometrium. You see the inner lining, inner layer of the urinary bladder is nothing but endometrium. Okay, so our endometrium it will be ruptured out. Okay, so our endometrium containing blood vessels irtavalla, so those endometrium generally ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ rupture ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Why rupture, ಎದಕ್ಕೆ rupture ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಮುಂದೆ cycle ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗ I will try to explain. Okay, so ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ನಾವು, ಯಾವಾಗ menses flow ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ through the vagina. Through the vagina what happens, the menses or the liquid containing the tissue, the uterine wall ಒಳಗಡೆ endometrium layer tissue ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಈ tissues and along with that blood vessel. Okay, so ಆ blood release ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ menstrual phase start ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so this menstrual phase generally it will be there around 3 to 5 days. Generally this menstrual phase the duration is around 3 to 5 days. 3 to 5 days. Okay, so first 3 to 5 days ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ menses flow ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so ಅದೇ actually ಆ flow ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇರುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ 3 to 5 days ವರೆಗೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so ಆ period ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬೇಕು ನಾವು menstrual phase ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So this menstrual phase liquid ಏನು flow ಆಗುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು through the vagina, what all the matter will release means it will be containing, the flow will be containing the endometrium wall, the tissues of the endometrium wall along with blood vessels. ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ complete rupture ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So ಆ liquid through the vagina it will be passed out to the outside. So that phase is known as menstrual phase. So this menstrual phase generally will be there for 3 to 5 days. Okay, after 3 to 5 days the menstrual cycle simultaneously endometrium wall rupture ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. During that the just after release the primary follicle, the next the primary follicle development ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Primary follicle ನಾವು oocytes ನೋಡ್ವಿ, the development of ovum release ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ಬೇಕ್ರಿ, ಮೊದಲ first primary follicle release ಆಗಬೇಕು, primary follicle ಇದು secondary follicle ಆಗಬೇಕು, and secondary follicle ಇದು tertiary and Graafian follicle. So and the Graafian follicle will release the ovum. So ಈ process ಏನಿದೆ, so ಇದು simultaneously ಈ endometrium wall ಏನು rupture ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದರ ಜೊತೆ ಇದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, 14th day ಯಾವಾಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ just after the release of the menses or the liquid. Okay, simultaneously there will be the development of the second primary follicle. Primary follicle. So this is primary follicle. Okay, so this primary follicle starts dividing or ಇದರ ಸುತ್ತ ಏನೋ granulosa cells ಬಂದು ಆಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ತವೆ. Okay, so ಆ process ನು simultaneously start ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Just ఇక్కడ ಮೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುವಲ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫಾಲಿಕಲ್ ಬಂದ ಅದ್ರ ಫರ್ದರ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ the first phase of the menstrual cycle is menstrual phase, in which the menses will take place. Menses means the flow of the liquid, which is composed of the wall of endometrium lining in whatever tissue. Those along with that blood vessel will be secreted out or ruptured and through it will be excreted out to the environment through the vagina. Okay, along with that simultaneously the next follicle, primary follicle, starts dividing. Okay, so it starts dividing, giving rise to secondary follicle. So primary follicle is then next this menstrual phase, primary follicle will develop into secondary follicle. Okay, so ಯಾವಾಗ menstrual phase ಮುಗಿಯಲ್ಲ 3 to 5 days ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ from 6th day ಅಥವಾ 5th day ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ 6th day ಏನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, next phase ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. that phase is known as follicular phase. So this is the second phase. The phase, first one is menstrual phase, the second is follicular phase. Okay, so follicular phase ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು ಐತೆ, ಏನು proliferative phase ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So in which proliferation means rapid growth of the endometrium. ಏನು endometrium rupture ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ menstrual phase ಆಗುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ uterine wall inside endometrium layer rupture ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದು 6th day ಇಂದ rapid ಆಗಿ division ಆಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so rapid ಆಗಿ it will be regenerated. Got it? So the simultaneously regeneration of the endometrium wall as well as development of the follicle will be taking place in the follicular phase. Okay, the follicular phase, or it is also known as proliferative phase. Follicular anta edukku kariyoundre because the follicles are developing here. Primary follicle is developed as a secondary follicle and it will be converted to tertiary follicle. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, tertiary follicle convert ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So tertiary follicle is recognized by the cavity known as atrium ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. So atrium that we have already studied in the last class. Okay, so ಇದು tertiary follicle ಈ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವಾಗ from 6th day to around 14th day ತನಕ, 13th day ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 14th day ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So 6th to 14th day follicular phase will be there. Okay, follicular phase ಅಥವಾ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು proliferative phase ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So follicular phase ಅಂದ್ರೆ development of the follicle, because the ovum release ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ it has to release from primary follicle into secondary ಆಗಬೇಕು, secondary ಇಂದ tertiary follicle convert ಆಗಬೇಕು, tertiary follicle will be converted to Graafian follicle. So this is Graafian follicle ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಯಾವುದು ಇದು Graafian, fully matured Graafian follicle convert ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So these development will be taking place in the follicular phase or the second phase, that is 6 to 14th days. Okay, along with that simultaneously what the other thing is happening, the other thing is proliferation of endometrium. The endometrium inside in rupture ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So at a time proliferative stage ಒಳಗೆ ಎರಡು ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಒಂದು ಫಾಲಿಕಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎರಡನೇದು ವಾಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಂಡೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಯಂ ಏನು ರಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಟ್ಟೋಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದು ರೀಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಬೈ ದ ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ವಾಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಂಡೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಯಂ ಆರ್ ಎಂಡೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಯಂ ಒಳಗಡೆ ವಾಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎರಡು ಇವೆಂಟ್, ಒಂದು ದ ರೀಜನರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಂಡೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಯಂ, second one is the development of the follicle, primary follicle into fully mature Graafian follicle. Okay, so on the 14th ಈ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ಇದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ 6 to 14th day ತನಕ. So on the 14th day what happens, this group Graafian follicle, fully matured Graafian follicle ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, that releases the ovum. So here you can see the ovum, release of the ovum. So this is ovum. This ovum is released at the 14th day of the menstrual cycle, or exactly at the ಮಿಡಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಓವಮ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗೋದು. ಸೊ ಈ ಓವಮ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ there are several factors are involved. Okay, the release of ovum is controlled by hormones. Okay, so ಯಾವ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ pituitary hormones. Pituitary hormones, there are two kinds of pituitary hormones. One is luteinizing hormone, the second one is follicular stimulating hormone. Okay, so generally what happens, if you see the diagram in the textbook, there you will be able to see the two kinds of hormones. ಇದು ಈ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇದು ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, this is luteinizing hormone. Let me write it first. This is luteinizing hormone, LH, and the other is I will draw the black color only, FSH, follicular stimulating hormone. Okay, so black color ಗೆ ಬರೋ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಇದು FSH, the black color ಗೆ ಇದೇನು ಅಂತ ತೆಗಿತಾ ಇದೀನಲ್ಲ ಇದು FSH. So they all will be at the peak point ಇರ್ತವೆ on the 14th day. On the 14th day we will be at the peak, and the remaining day it will be constant. Okay, whereas luteinizing hormone also it will be maximum during this point. Red color line immediately, that is luteinizing hormone. So that also will be at the peak on the 14th day. So hopefully you will be able to see the lines. It is little becoming lighter. You know, this red color is luteinizing hormone on the 14th day. The luteinizing hormone will be at its peak. The secretion in luteinizing hormone release agutla adu ಜಾಸ್ತಿ release ಆಗುತ್ತೆ on the 14th day. Okay, and remaining days it will be same throughout the menstrual cycle. Okay, so follicle E ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಈಗ you just correlate the hormone, pituitary hormone on the 14th day ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. pituitary hormone ಯಾವುದು, luteinizing hormone as well as follicular stimulating hormone, they both will be at its maximum ಯಾವಾಗ 14th day. Okay, so along with that one more hormone is there, so I will just do this. Ovarian hormone ಯಾವ್ದು, estrogen. Okay, so I will try to draw the estrogen also, the levels of estrogen. So this also will be maximum at 14th day. So idu 14th day ge idu maximum. Okay, so this is estrogen. It is also female sex hormone. So that also will be at its peak ಯಾವಾಗ on the 14th day. So ಈ ಎಸ್ಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ luteinizing hormone generally this controls the activity of this estrogen. Estrogen release ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ luteinizing hormone ಬಂದು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ follicles ಗೆ, you have to release the estrogen hormone. So all these luteinizing hormone, follicle stimulating hormone as well as estrogen levels are at its peak on the 14th day. Okay, this is the 14th day. Okay, so you just correlate here the hormones level 14th day ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವು, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾಲಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟಿಮ್ಯುಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ, it will help the development of the follicle, primary follicle, secondary follicle, even development ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಫಾಲಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟಿಮ್ಯುಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೆಕ್ರೇಷನ್ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ದಿಸ್ luteinizing ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಒಳಗೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ 14th day. ಸೊ ಅದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಒಳಗೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗೋದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, the Graafian follicle which is formed ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ luteinizing ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, luteinizing ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಸರ್ಜ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, luteinizing ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಸರ್ಜ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ that will come and fall on this Graafian follicle. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗಂದ್ರ ಅಲೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅಪ್ಪಳಿಸಿದಾಗ ಸಮೂಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ, ಹಂಗ ಅಲೆಗಳು ಬಂದ ಈ Graafian follicle ಹೊಡಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸರ್ಜ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, LH ಸರ್ಜ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಹಂಗಾಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗತ್ತಿ, ದಿಸ್ Graafian follicle will release the ovum. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ Graafian follicle ಹಂಗ ಅಲೆ ಬಂದು ಬಡದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, Graafian follicle will rupture. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ rupture ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗತ್ತಿ, the ovum will be released out of the ovary. So this process is known as ovulation. Got it? So that ovulation takes place on the 14th day. Got it? So you just concentrate on the levels of the hormones here. There are two kinds of hormones. Yadu pituitary hormone ondu, amele ovarian hormone ondu. ಎರಡು ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಬರುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. I will try to tell you that also. Pituitary, the levels of pituitary hormone, that is gonadotropins ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So gonadotropins are two. One is luteinizing hormone as well as follicle stimulating hormone. So those, all these luteinizing hormone, follicle stimulating hormone and estrogen, they all will be at their peak. The secretion rate ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ at 14th day. Okay, so luteinizing hormone, generally luteinizing hormone ಕೆಲಸ ಏನ, it will help the process of ovulation. Okay, maximum secretion of luteinizing hormone leads to LH urge or luteinizing hormone surge ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. LH surge, luteinizing hormone surge. Because of that, the Graafian follicle will be ruptured out so that it will release the ovum. Okay, so now the remaining part, this ovum, what happens, the ovum will travel through the fallopian tube. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 14th day ಇಂದ the ovary ಇಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ it will travel through the fallopian tube. If you can remember the diagram of the female reproductive part. Okay, so ovary ಇಂದ into fallopian tube ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so whole day ಇಲ್ಲಿ up to 29th day ವರೆಗೂ ಅದು ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so ಈ ಓಮ್ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ from the 14th day, where if the coitus takes place ಅಥವಾ coitus ಅಥವಾ fertilization takes place ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಬಂದ ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಭಾಳ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಜೈಗೋಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಭಾಳ ಇರುತ್ತೆ on the 14th day onwards. Okay, up to 26 or 28th day or 24th or ಈ ಯಾವುದು 14th ಡೇ ಇಂದ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 24th ಡೇ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು 24th ಡೇ ತನಕ ಓಮ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಓರಿಂದ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ವೇ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಫೆಲೋಪಿಯನ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಬಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ. ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ದ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಶುಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಮೀಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಎಗ್, ಜೈಗೋಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಪ್ ಟು 14 ಡೇ. ಸೊ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 14 ಡೇ ದ fertilization chances will be more. Got it? So then this will be released out the ovum will be released in the fallopian tube and the remaining part then this portion is la. Okay, so that will transfer into the corpus luteum. Corpus luteum. Okay, so yaವಾಗ from 15th, say for example 14th day ovulation ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ರಿ, ovulation 14th day ಮುಗಿತಾ. ಸೊ 14th day ಮುಗಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಏನು 14, 15, 16 ಈ ಎರಡು ಮೂರು ದಿವಸ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ovulatory phase ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Third phase is ovulatory phase because ovulation takes place on the 14th day and the release egg ಏನು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ that will go to the fallopian tube. It is a very short duration. That short duration is known as ovulatory phase. Okay, ovulatory phase means the development of ovule takes place. Okay, so that period ovulatory phase is followed by the final phase of the menstrual cycle, that is luteal phase. Okay, luteal phase is the development of corpus luteum from the 16th day. 16th day just ಮುಗಿದ ಅಂದ್ಕೂಡಲೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಏನು corpus luteum development ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So now on the 17th day corpus luteum will be formed. So this corpus luteum secretes the another hormone that is known as progesterone. Inside this the another hormone will be there, that is progesterone. I will write like this. Progesterone, it's a steroid hormone, progesterone. So generally corpus luteum releases one more hormone, that is progesterone. You just see the levels here. Do estrogen ಆಯ್ತಾ 14 day ಮುಗಿತಾ. So I will try to draw the progesterone with the help of the red color. ಇದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕೀಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. estrogen levels ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Like this I will try to show you. Okay. Now I will try to draw the diagram of progesterone. Say for example this is a progesterone hormone. Very light mark. Hopefully we will be able to see this. So on the 20 or 21 or 23rd day, the 23rd day, the progesterone secretion will be more. E line, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, dotted line ಒಳಗೆ. So this is the progesterone hormone. So progesterone hormone ಯಾವಾಗ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಕಾರ್ಪಸ್ ಲೂಟೆಮ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, corpus luteum form ಆಗುತ್ತೆ 17th day onwards, 16th day onwards, 16th ಅಥವಾ 17th 18th day ಅವಾಗ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಪಸ್ luteum ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಕಾರ್ಪಸ್ luteum ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? During that time fully mature corpus luteum will be formed in between 21 or 23rd day. ಏನು 21 to 23rd 24 days ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ ಆ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ the progesterone hormone secretion will be more. Progesterone secretion will be more. So this progesterone, what it does is, the function of this progesterone is to maintain the endometrium wall. You see, you again have to correlate here. Progesterone levels 20, now correct 21, 22, 23 days. These days ಒಳಗೆ progesterone hormone ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So ಅದರ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನ್ರಿ? It will maintain the integrity of the endometrium wall. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಎಂಡೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಯಂ ಏನು ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಪೂರ ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುಯಲ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಪೂರ ಅದು ರಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗಿತ್ತ, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಾಲಿಫರೇಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಥವಾ ಫಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಅದು ರೀಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ರೀಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆದಂಗೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ 14th day ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. and if you see the levels or if you see the diagram properly on the 23rd or 24th day, the ovarian wall is completely formed at its peak on the highest uterine wall develop agitte. Okay, why? Because this endometrium wall, the function of endometrium wall ಏನಂದ್ರೆ generally what happens if say for example ಈಗ on the 14th day egg release ಆಯ್ತಾ, egg release ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದು fallopian tube ಒಳಗೆ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So travel ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ say for example think that the sperm will enter through the vagina, it will come and meet the egg. So ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ zygote formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so zygote formation ಆದ್ರೆ it has to travel all the way to the urinary bladder. So there it has to make an implantation. Okay, so ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು zygote formation ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಉಳ್ಕೋದು ಹೋಗಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಯುರಿನರಿ ಬ್ಲಾಡರ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಯುರಿನರಿ ಬ್ಲಾಡರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಎಂಡೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಯಂ ಯಾವ್ದು ಎಂಡೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಯಂ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಸ್ಟೆರಾನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಈ ಎಂಡೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಯಂ ವಾಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಂಟೆಗ್ರಿಟಿ ಆಗಿ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು endometrium wall, ಅವಾಗ if at all ಅಂದ್ರೆ just imagine that development of fertilization is occurred. Okay, ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ the mass of cells of zygote form ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, it will move to the urinary bladder where it makes the implantation or it attaches to the wall of the endometrium. So endometrium wall ಗೆ attach ಆಗಿ ಕುಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. Okay, so ಕುಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ there it develops. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ baby development takes place. Okay, development of leg, ಕೈ, ಕಾಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಬಿ 9 months ವರೆಗೂ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಂಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಂಡೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಯಂ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈ ಎಂಡೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಯಂ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಸ್ಟೆರಾನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಸೊ ದ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಸ್ಟೆರಾನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹೈ ಅಟ್ ದ luteal phase. Luteal phase ಒಳಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಸ್ಟೆರಾನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹೈ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಕಾರ್ಪಸ್ luteum will secrete the hormone progesterone. So these are hormone will be produced by corpus luteum. Okay, so this progesterone helps in maintaining the wall of endometrium or endometrium na correct ಆಗಿ develop ಆಗಾಗ help ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ progesterone. Okay, so that it forms a bed for the attachment of the developing ಯಾವುದು zygote formation ಇದಲ್ಲ developing embryo ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Okay, ಆ developing embryo ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ endometrium. Okay, so that takes place in the luteal phase. Now ಅದು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಎಂಡೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಯಂ ವಾಲ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾವು ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಇಜಾಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವೈಟಸ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ವೆಜೈನಾಕ್ಕೂ ಬಂದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಯಾರು ಕ್ವೈಟಸ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಸೊ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೇನು ಕಾರ್ಪಸ್ ಲ್ಯೂಟಿಯಂ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ದಟ್ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ದಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಜನರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಜನರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಡಿಜನರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಅದು ಕ್ರಮೇಣ ಕಾಲಕ್ರಮೇಣ ಸಣ್ಣದಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಡಿಜನರೇಷನ್ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ here you can see the degeneration so degeneration ಆದಾಗ what happens the progesterone will not be released got it so progesterone ಇದು ಕಾರ್ಪಸ್ ಲ್ಯೂಟಿಯಂ ನ ಸಾಯಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೌದಾ so ಅದ ಸಾಯಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ it will not release the progesterone hormone so that what happens if the progesterone hormone is not there then the wall of endometrium ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ inside wall will develop ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ so ಆ wall rupture ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ठीक है on the 28th or 29th day generally 28 to 29 it will be varying right so e duration ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ there will be no progesterone to maintain the integrity of the endometrium right so during that point the endometrium will be ruptured out endometrium ಆಮೇಲೆ blood vessels ಇರ್ತಾವ those will be ruptured out those will come out as a liquid okay blood along with that some tissues so those will be released out of the vagina so then release after the next cycle must start from the first period right so this is the a simple explanation of the menstrual cycle so what are the different phases of the menstrual cycle the first phase is menstrual phase it is the duration of menstrual phase is around 3 to 5 days okay just after 3 to 5 days menstrual phase ಮುಗಿಯುತ್ತಾ menstrual phase ಮುಗಿದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ second phase is follicular phase or proliferative phase the proliferative phase ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ so regeneration of endometrium wall ಈ ರಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಹೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅದು ರೀಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ along with that development of follicle will be there so then the third phase then the duration of the follicle phase is around 6 to 14 days okay so up to 6 to 14 days follicular phase ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ on the 14th day what happens ovulation takes place why because of the hormones ಯಾವುದು pituitary hormones luteinizing hormone follicular hormone follicle stimulating hormone as well as estrogen so those will be at peak here especially luteinizing hormone will help in forming a luteinizing hormone surge which will act on the Graafian follicle so that the Graafian follicle will rupture out by releasing the ovum right so this takes place on the 14th day so just ovum release agara aವಾಗ ovum release ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ovulatory phase around 14 15 16 ಒಂದು ಎರಡು ಮೂರು ದಿವಸ 14 15 16 days so ಈ ಮೂರು ದಿವಸ ಒಳಗೆ ಎರಡು ಅಥವಾ ಮೂರು ದಿವಸ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಿರಲ್ಲ ಆ ಫೇಸ್ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ovulatory phase ಅಂತ so that is the third phase of the menstrual cycle just after the ovulatory phase ಮುಗಿತಂದ್ರೆ ovulatory phase ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ovum will be released from the ovary and that will travel from the fallopian tube right so ಈ travel ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋದಂಗ the remaining part this portion ovum release of the same for the cell mass cellular mass so that mass will transform into corpus luteum so that begins the luteal phase okay from the 16th day onwards it will the development of corpus luteum will take place okay that phase is known as luteal phase okay so during luteal phase what happens the development of corpus luteum development agutta along with that corpus luteum what it releases a hormone known as progesterone hormone okay so that progesterone adar ಕೆಲಸ ಏನ್ರಿ progesterone hormone the main function is to maintain the integrity of the endometrium okay endometrium wall ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ progesterone okay so ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು endometrium wall ಯಾಕೆ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು because ಏನು ಓರಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ so if at all fertilization takes place so zygote formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ zygote will divide rapidly to become embryo so ಆ embryo ಹೋಗಿ attachment ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲೇ urinary bladder ಒಳಗೆ so urinary bladder ಒಳಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ to the wall of endometrium ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ so attachment ಆಗೋ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಈ endometrium wall ಅನ್ನು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ठीक है so ಈ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲಸ ಅದು progesterone okay so if the fertilization did not take place fertilization ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ corpus luteum degenerates so that as the corpus luteum degenerates progesterone hormone will not be released Okay, so progesterone hormone illandra the wall of endometrium will rupture out. Okay, along with that blood vessels ಇತ್ತು ಆ rupture ಆಗಿ through the vagina vaginal flow ಆಗಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ menses. So this is the menstrual cycle. Okay, hopefully you have understood. So now just a minute, I will write more points related to menstrual cycle. Okay. Now I will try to tell you some more points related to menstrual cycle. If menstrual cycle duration is 28 to 29 days, okay, 28 to 29 days duration menstrual cycle. Okay, say for example, if the menstrual cycle did not take place, under 28 to 29 days ಗೆ menses vaginal flow ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ, vaginal flow ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, that is the indication of pregnancy. Got it? Loss of menstrual cycle or absence of menstrual cycle, absence of menstrual cycle, absence of menstrual cycle is an indication of pregnancy. Is an indication of pregnancy. Indication of pregnancy. Okay, so the menstrual cycle ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನ್ರಿ pregnant ಆಗ್ಯಾರ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Okay, so not only ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, there are several reasons apart from pregnancy. ಈ pregnancy ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆಲವು reasons ಇರ್ತಾವೆ, such as sometimes stress ಅದು ಆದಾಗೂ menstrual cycle ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Stress and poor health. Okay, stress and poor health are also responsible for the absence of menstrual cycle, but only sometimes, not all the times. Okay, so stress or poor health idago, if the female suffering from poor health, and during that condition also menstrual cycle may not take place, or it may be absent. Got it? So generally menstrual cycle absent ಆದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನ, female is has become pregnant ಅಂತ, pregnancy indication ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. Okay, menstrual cycle absence of menstrual cycle means pregnancy. Okay, so now pregnancy start ಆಗೋದಪ್ಪ, ಅದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ menstrual cycle ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ್ರಿ puberty ಒಳಗೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಮೆನಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಮೆನಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಹೌದಾ? So this menstrual cycle generally in female it will be there for around the age of 50. Okay, generally the menstrual cycle ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ in females especially up to age of 50. ಈ 50 generally 50 around 50 55 ಆ ರೇಂಜ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಫಿಮೇಲ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನವರಾದ್ರೆ ಆವಾಗ menstrual cycle ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. So there the menstrual cycle will be ceased out. Okay, so this seizure of menstrual cycle takes place around the age of 50. Around the age of 50. Okay, so seizure menstrual cycle ಆಗೋದು ನಿಂತಪ್ಪ ಅನ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಸೇ 50 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗ ಫಿಮೇಲ್ 50 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯ್ತು 55 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯ್ತು ಆಮೇಲೆ MC ಆಗೋದು ನಿಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So that condition is called as menopause. That is called as menopause. Got it? So beginning first menstrual cycle start ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು MC starts menstrual cycle MC ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು menstrual cycle beginning starts or beginning ಅಂತ. So beginning of the menstrual cycle is called as menarche. Okay, and seizure or the last menstrual cycle, that is seizure of menstrual cycle ಮುಗಿಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು menopause ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay, that menopause means it's the final menstrual cycle which has taken place. Okay, seizure of menstrual cycle takes place around the age of 50, so that is known as menopause ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay, menstrual cycle start ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ menarche, menopause menstrual cycle stop ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ menopause ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay, then one more point, pregnancy ಆಯ್ತು, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ okay, the cyclic menstruation is an indicator of cyclic menstrual cycle is an indication of normal reproductive phase, normal reproductive phase which extends from menarche to menopause. Menarche to menopause. Under normal cycling ಅದು cyclic menstrual cycle. Cyclic menstrual cycle is a indication of normal or healthy reproductive system. Okay, so from the puberty to menopause position of it, that extent between menarche to menopause. Cyclic menstrual cycle is an indication of normal reproductive phase which extends from menarche to menopause. So this is about the menstrual cycle. So in the next class we will be discussing about the fertilization and implantation, that we will try to explain in the next class.